What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone for a few days, but hey, I'm back and better than ever, baby. Anyways, we are going to do a little education slash TA video, so hopefully you're on board for this. And if you are seeing this video as soon as I'm uploading it, well, you can take advantage of this trade setup. Other than that, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic start to your week. Hopefully you're enjoying the green in the markets. Today is May 4th, so Cinco de Mayo is on the horizon, and crypto market is pretty green. Anyways, if you need an exchange to do any of your trading, take advantage of the deposit bonuses and trading bonuses. All the links are in the description down below. Without further ado, let's get on into it. So, we are looking at GRAS right now, and this is for educational purposes. So, the point of this video is going to be identifying structure, identifying when's a good time to get into trades, things like that. So anyways, right now we're looking at GRAS, and I have brought this up in the past. GRAS had looked like it was getting ready to run. You can see it already had a couple runs already, so you can see this run right here. From your low to high, that was 187%. From your rounded bottom, I'm going to say that a couple times because rounded bottoms pay the bills. Anyways, from your rounded bottom here to your previous high, that was another 74% move to the upside, and lo and behold, you are rounding out your bottom again. So rounded bottoms pay the bills, rounded tops get ready for shorts. Anyways, one thing to notice is what's going on down here. So what it looks like, you have this giant wick down, they filled the wick, and they did a liquidity grab based off of a major level that was acting as a support this entire time. They dropped below it, grabbed all that liquidity while also maintaining this previous wick low. So they just took all the liquidity they could and then they popped it back up, utilized that area as a support once again, and now we're starting to get on out of there. So initially thinking with no indicators on at all, you're like, okay, so we were in a serious downtrend. You can tell from these 2 points, you were in a downtrend. You can count this as a confirmation low now, and then you confirmed the low again. This was a very strong sign the price was going to reverse to the upside. So anybody who was calling for upside movement, hey, hats off to you. You saw it. Your eyes were open. How I normally like to play these, because I'm very cautious whenever I'm playing around with bottoms, is I like to go to the common retraces. So automatically I would have been thinking somewhere around the 50618, or you could even think about the golden pocket. But that's 618. If we zoom in here, it's the white line. So this white line, you can see it touched it, pulled back. Extremely common retrace. The 618 common retrace was hit. So anybody who decided on the second low, oh, this is time to get in, they managed to more than likely grab 111%, or not 111, sorry, they managed to grab 80% upside before the pullback. I'm pretty sure that would help out most portfolios. Just throwing that out there. But what this did, considering you got above, you had another breakdown, you utilized this little area. So there's a nice little box that was acting as a support range. Now I'm going to say range because this was a range. This was all of this area here that you could see price was having trouble getting above, trying to get above, broke above, utilized as support. This, for the breakout traders, for the structure traders, this was your changing character. This meant, oh, we're probably going to go higher. So this is going to cause them to want to start putting in bids to the upside, thinking, hey, we're going up. Great. So that is something you can identify. No indicators, no nothing. You just look at the chart and you're like, hey, let's see what price action is. Let me figure out some numbers, figure out some levels. No big deal. Now, what are we doing over here? So what you can see is you put in a low here, you double tapped it, so you're confirming 2647 is major support at this point in time. But the better part is this high was higher than this high, so you are generating a brand new uptrend. The latest information out of the downtrend is you have a high, a higher high, a low, a higher low. So this means a new uptrend is being formed. You can now, for those who like to trade patterns, you can decide, hey, we're going to draw a channel. We're going to see how price action interacts with the channel. So this middle line is referred to as the heart line, and you can see it is interacting with price action just a bit. You hit it perfectly, pulled back, you breached it, you pulled back again. Okay, fine. That's great. Awesome. Uptrend is started. A brand new uptrend. We love to see it. Now, where I'm going to point out, this is probably the greatest point in time to jump into GRAS for a long, is the fact that you had a low and a higher low. So here was your low, whoops, and there's your higher low. There you go. A low, a higher low, and you can just see this with naked eye. Low, higher low. You're in an uptrend. The reason why I say this is the best time to get into this trade possible is because you also had a low right here. You had a low, you were incapable of getting to that low, but you did break the uptrend. Breaking the uptrend is going to cause people to want to go short. When they want to go short, do the opposite. I promise it'll work out great. Because right now we have a well-established uptrend with a high, higher high, and then they're looking at this as a double top. That's what they're looking at. Double top. Okay, we're going down, not realizing we have a low, higher low situation. This is just a deep liquidity grab, no big deal. It is a false breakdown, in my opinion, because if we zoom on in here, you have a high, higher high. They already grabbed the liquidity, and they are making another higher low. This is a very good setup for short squeezes. I do believe this thing is going to start moving very, very fast. So I am personally in a long on this trade. Now, if you believe the trend is your friend, you're going to pull this thing called the trending fib tool. This trending fib tool will give you a great idea of where price could be going. It's going to give you 3 separate areas in order to actually take profit. So, number 1, you're going to be looking at a long, going to be looking at it, pull this in a bit. So your stop loss, you're going to want it just below that even low down here. So accounting for 8%. Noted, when we go into lower time frames, you can tighten up your stop loss because, as I just said, we put in a higher low. So even if you decided to bring your stop loss up to 33.04 as of time of me recording this, that might be okay as well. So let's just, for the sake of argument, bring it up there. So you have to account for 4.95% to the downside, and then your first take profit is going to be this number 1. Right there, 100% retrace, which is a higher high because you think the trend is in your favor. So right now you'd be looking for 37% upside. This is a 7.6 to 1 trade setup. This would help out your trades a lot. Anyways, the next one you would be looking for is this 1272. Lately, the 1272 has been playing out amazingly. It has been playing out probably the highest percentage out of most other fib levels outside of the 618. But on the continuations, it seems that the market's pretty bullish. It is blowing past this 100% retrace and hitting that 1272 very regular. So that is your second take profit. That is a 50% upside. This is a 10 to 1 trade setup. Meaning if you bet $100, you're looking to pull out $1,000 on this trade. Next up, you're going to be looking at is right here. And you would be looking at this as the 1618. Things get a little buck wild and crazy. You're going to look at 66% upside. This is a 12.47 to 1 trade setup. Great. And this is all simply because you failed to break this low. You failed to break it. They tried once. They tried twice. Now you're moving up. Higher low is what it is. Now, this is where we start looking for Confluence. This is where your indicators start coming into play. So the first indicator I'm going to point out, which is it's honestly trading with training wheels. I'm going to point that out right now, right this second. This is your Lux Algo Smart Money Concepts. You turn this puppy on, and your blue bars down here, these are liquidity areas. These are order blocks that are bullish order blocks. Red bars are bearish order blocks, meaning sell pressure. That's what caused the price to come down. So if you end up seeing this thing cross over this red block, you can tell the liquidity grab is coming. Areas to pay attention to are these fair value gaps, which are also marked out thanks to the indicator. But when you end up seeing this, you can see you had a bullish order block down here, bullish order block down here. They had every opportunity they could have to go grab the liquidity down here, but it looks like the bears did not have the strength. So now we're looking for more upside. So This indicator is telling you are in deep value areas for this trade, and this is probably a good time to jump in when you hit this double bottom. Noted, this blue box is down there while the price is up here. So you know about it way ahead of time. So this is the Smart Money Concepts indicator by Lux Algo. Very, very useful. Very useful. Next one you want to pull in is your moving averages. So your EMAs are the ones that I'm using in this. Now, big thing, if you are above the 200 exponential moving average or the EMA, you want to go long. If you're below it, you're going to want to go short. Now, what happened here, this is why I'm saying this is probably an ideal setup, because you dropped below your 200. Right there, you dropped below it, and then you did the liquidity grab, fell below it again. Everybody's thinking, okay, that was just a liquidity grab, no big deal. Let's put our shorts in, let's make some money to the downside, because we're falling profusely. I mean, from your highs to current price action, this downward swing was like 26%, maybe even 32% to your lows. Liquidity grabs are normal. You hit that bearish order block, you're pulling back. It makes sense to go short. In the stock world, this 32% downside, you're in a bear market. This thing is terrible. You don't want anything to do with it. Makes sense. But we're smarter than that. We understand liquidity grabs. We also looked at previous price action. You are in a very strong uptrend right now, and you are incapable of creating lower lows. Therefore, we're going to completely ignore that. We're going to focus on, hey, what happens when we get back above this 200? Because this is looking good. Now, here is another part that is going to give you more confluence. That's your stochastic RSI. How quickly is this stochastic RSI resetting based off where the price action is? So you can tell right here, we were not even overbought. Not even close. But we got to come back down into that oversold territory. The thing to pay attention to is how quickly you're resetting here. You're creating a higher low, and you are back in that bearish control zone, showing, hey, there is strength to be had. So strength could be coming in any moment. Great, awesome. Now, more confirmation that we can use is the RSI. The RSI, your relative strength index, this thing is completely non-biased. It is literally just showing, are you in the bearish, bullish control zone? Are you showing divergence with price action coming down, strength coming in, or not? So this is where you get your confluences. This is going to help you with your decision making on, is this a fake out to the downside, or are we really going down? If you see on this spike you got overbought with a lower high, that is where you get very, very concerned, and you're like, ooh, we're probably going to be going lower. But what happened here? You got the nice spike. You're still in the bullish control zone. You did not get overbought. Not at all. Instead, what you did, you pulled back into neutral territory, and now you're starting to get more strength to the upside. So you're thinking, oh, this thing can sustain. This is a nice rounded bottom. We're going to see that next leg up. Great, awesome, love to see it. One thing I did forget to point out in the Lux Algo indicator, there's these beautiful things up here. It says weak high, strong low. Strong low's lower. Hold on. Strong low down here next to support. So when you start seeing that on the higher time frames, you know it's hard for the price to get below those levels. Or when you see the weak high, you're expecting the weak high to get broken. So you're expecting the trend to continue in that direction. Anyways, sorry, I just needed to touch base on that. Now, when it comes to your lower time frames, this is where you're going to find your entries. So if you're trying to trade on, let's say, the 15-minute time frame, you're going to look at the 4-hour, you're going to do all your analysis on the 4-hour time frame, and then you're going to drop down to your 15-minute. If you're trying to do it on the 5-minute, you're going to look at the 1 hour. If you're trying to do it on the 1 minute, you're going to look at the 15-minute, and then do your analysis all the way down to the 1 hour. So 2 time frames ahead to help you out with your decisions. Looking at your 1 hour time frame, what you're going to notice here, you just got a candle close above the 200 once again. You had an area that was forming. You took the liquidity already in the fair value gap. This thing's so strong you could not even touch this bullish order block. So this is why I said you could raise your stop loss right into this area because you're thinking the uptrend will continue. Anyways, if this is a false bearish breakdown, this thing's going to spike up fast. You're not really going to have to worry about it. The only worry you're going to have is this high stochastic, but remember, it's not curling over yet. You're okay. You did get overbought, but then you fell back into this bearish control zone, so you reset your RSI, and you're getting ready to run again. So this is all good stuff on the 1 hour, and then you're going to look for everything to look absolutely beautiful and pristine on the 15-minute. So on your 15-minute, what did you have after the drop? You had nice strength coming in after you basically bottomed out. So the thing here, you had a low, lower low, you had your strength increasing. So strength was coming up. You get that indicator on this RSI because it's the RSI with bullish bearish indicators. But anyways, you started coming up. You had a nice break of structure here. So change of character, break of structure, pulled back in liquidity, getting another break of structure. It could pull back into liquidity again. No problem if it does. Just let it do its thing. It is trying to gain ground, trying to mess up as many traders as possible, honestly. But with this being said, if you are just trading on the 15-minute, the main thing you focus in on, you have a low, a higher low, and then when you look at your RSI, this was your first low, this was your higher low. You have hidden bullish divergence. That's what you want to see. Hidden bullish divergence on the chart. You have already had your liquidity grabs. You have a strong low on your Lux Algo indicator. You have a weak high up here. So you're now looking for this thing to go to the upside. Upside, upside, upside. So this is a very bullish looking chart to me. I am currently in a long on this trade, and I'm not putting this trade setup behind any membership walls. So you all are getting this video as soon as I upload it. And if you do feel like jumping into this one, I already gave you your first 3 targets, but if you wanted a short-term target, you could be looking for this bad boy to go up anywhere between 8 to a possible 17% upside. I would be banking on that 17% if you're trading the 15-minute time frame. Stop loss would have to be below these lows if that hidden bullish divergence is going to hold. Alright, hopefully this video gave you a little insight into opportunities that could be very lucrative for your trade setups. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If I went too fast, mention it to me in the comments or join me in the Discord. I can break stuff down a little bit slower if that helps. Because overall, I do want everybody to have a chance to take full advantage of this market, and things are looking very good for a possible start to a new bull run. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it is. We don't have confirmation or anything, but the possibility's there. The seeds are being planted. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and I hope to see you guys in a live stream. I am trying to go live a bit more often, especially in these bullish times, so I do look forward to seeing some new faces. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Take it easy. Check the links down in the description below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.